So these are 100% brand new Easter eggs that have never appeared on this channel before, including secrets hidden in Resident Evil Requiem, High on Life 2, Reanimal, and more. Basically, if you want new Easter eggs delivered to your subscription feed each and every week, then make sure you're subscribed. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with the reason that most of you are here. After already covering 47 Easter eggs and hidden details in Resident Evil Requiem, I found even more cool things that you might have missed. Oh, and beware of spoilers. If you want to skip this part, use the chapters in the description. Now, Requiem gives you the choice to play in either first or third person, and you might think that all that means is a shift in perspective. Well, something that I thought was really cool was the animations that can only be seen in third person. Take your first encounter with the girl, for example. In first person, you run for your life, and that's about it. I mean, I say that's about it, like a giant head-eating monster is normal, but in Resident Evil, it kind of is. Anyway, when you play the same section in third person, this will happen.
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
So to add to the panic, Grace will stumble and fall as she flees from the girl. It's a small detail that a lot of first-person only players would have definitely missed. Oh, and speaking of the girl, did you know that you can actually grab the screwdriver from the toolbox without alerting her? You see, you need to move this trolley to the other side of the room so that Grace can climb up and grab the screwdriver. Now, I'm betting that most of you, at the very least, knocked off the tray, which then causes the girl to investigate. And if you somehow avoided dropping the tray, then you would have probably hit the trolley on one of the two bodies found in the room. Well, if you move very carefully, and if I'm honest, pretty awkwardly, then you can grab the screwdriver without the girl ever realising you were there, which is very handy on higher difficulties. Now, Leon Kennedy is one stylish guy. I mean, he's at a point in his life that a zombie outbreak doesn't faze him. This nonchalant attitude is demonstrated best with the various one-liners and quips that he fires off after doing something particularly cool, which in the case of Leon, is basically all the time. Now, of course, most of these lines of dialogue trigger as part of the story, but some of them are a little harder to hear. For example, when playing as Grace, you'll find a sign warning of construction ahead, which in the business is something called foreshadowing. Sure enough, in the next area, a zombie-controlled vehicle is driven towards Grace, and you need to shoot the driver, and if you're playing on Insanity, the motor, to stop it in its tracks. Well, if you let the vehicle get really, really close, and I mean right up to the van where you grab the body part from, when you visit the area with Leon, this will happen.
Jeez, someone needs to work on their parking.
Now, I spent a long time trying to record this dialogue and I couldn't work out what I was doing wrong. And the issue was I wasn't letting the vehicle get close enough. Given how specific the requirements are for this dialogue, it's very easy to miss. Another Leon one-liner can be heard after killing the singer in the bar.
Sorry to cut your act short.
Again, this one isn't guaranteed to trigger, but I think she has to die in the bar area for it to work, and not in this corridor. If you know of any more Leon one-liners, then let me know in the comments. Now, I'm not ashamed to admit that my first playthrough of Requiem was on casual. You can judge me all you want, but it makes recording and investigating much easier. Though perhaps a little too easy. You see, no matter how hard I tried to die, I couldn't. I waited around 2 or 3 zombies at a time and they wouldn't land the killing blow, which made me feel really stupid for playing on casual. Now, you may be wondering why I wanted to die. Well, that's because certain zombies in Requiem have special kill animations, and some of them are pretty brutal. For example, if the face-scrubbing maid lands the final blow, this will happen. So the maid ignores Grace's body and tries to clean up the mess that she caused using only her tongue, which is some serious dedication. Next up, when killed by one of the nurses carrying a syringe, this will happen. So sticking with the theme of zombies remembering their past lives and habits, the nurse will inject Grace with a mysterious substance before snacking on her neck. The final cool death animation can be seen when Grace is killed by the singer. So the singer will grab Grace by the face and sing her to death, causing blood to pour from her eyes. Now, I've said before that the world of Reanimal is full of places that you can sit, and I don't know why. From the various places that you can sit, and I still don't know why this is a thing. See, I did say that. Well, it turns out that I was sitting right next to an Easter egg the entire time. You see, on the floor next to this sofa is a cage, and this seemingly random setup is a reference to the orange sofa seen in the Eggcellent TV show The Wire, which also has a cage sitting next to it. Honestly, this reference is super vague, so I'm not surprised that I didn't catch it the first time around. And it was only when a developer reached out to let me know how close I was to an Easter egg did it all make sense. Now, the ducks in Find 100 Ducks and Blast Them aren't your everyday ducks. A lot of them take this moment in the spotlight to play a little dress up, and the Halloween map in particular is full of famous faces. And I do mean full. Now, we are going to run through these cosplaying ducks very quickly, as there are a ton of them, starting with Isaac Clarke from Dead Space, Pyramid Head from Silent Hill, Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs, and a Xenomorph from Alien. Next up is Mr. X from Resident Evil 2, Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's, Ghostface from Scream, and Scooby-Doo from Scooby-Doo. Outside of the map, you can see a not hard to miss Stay Puft Duck from Ghostbusters, and in the sewers, well, you know what you can find. I mean, it wouldn't really be a Halloween-themed map without an appearance from Pennywise. Extra points for including the paper boat. Oh, and the final famous duck is this little guy. So this week, the latest map was added to Phasmophobia. Okay, so it's actually a rework of Tanglewood Drive, but it still counts. With that in mind, I'm going to share an Easter egg from the Nell's Diner map, which released in November.
What year is it?
Now, despite looking like a regular old diner, Nell's is anything but. You see, if you go to the manager's office, you can find a locked safe, and if you then look at the notice board with the UV light, you can see 3 arrows, pointing down, up, and right. The first arrow can be found in the diner itself, with the arrow on this yellow sign pointing at the number 4. The second arrow is under the big diner sign outside, and is pointing at the number 1. The final arrow is found on the wall of the diner, and if you follow the direction it's pointing, you will find the number 5. With those 3 numbers, head to the safe and enter the code 415. Which is close to every game developer's favourite code, 0451. But that may be a coincidence. Anyway, open the safe and take the credit card and use it on the ATM to withdraw a single dollar bill. Take your crisp $1 bill and use it on the vending machine and grab the coin from the ground. With your shiny coin, go to the staff room and use it on this arcade machine. Oh, and be warned, small jump scare incoming. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that you should really scan the QR code on screen to get yourself some gamer subs, which are a great sugar-free alternative to regular energy drinks. But you're also probably thinking, is that it?
But wait! There's more!
Well, if you head outside, you can find this. I love Easter eggs like this, ones that require multiple specific steps. So fingers crossed the Tanglewood rework has one too. Oh, and there were a couple of other cool things that I noticed whilst in Nell's Diner. First up, in the manager's office, you can find a Newton's cradle that actually works. Also, you can pick up and throw eggs. I'm not sure why, but you can. Finally, in the lobby, you can find the words JoJo was here scratched into a desk. And if I'm not mistaken, that is a JoJo reference. Now, it's pretty rare that I play a demo and leave it wanting more. But that was exactly what happened with Pragmata. Pragmata is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Capcom, where you explore a seemingly lifeless space station, all the while being targeted by a hostile AI. I mean, that's great and all, but what won me over was the combat. You see, gunfire does little to no damage to robots, and that's why Diana needs to hack the robots first so that you can hurt them. Well, I say Diana, you control the hacking attempt, and if I'm honest, that's what makes the combat so much fun. Anyway, the demo was so good that I played through it a second time, and a second playthrough gives you a new weapon. Well, if you pick this weapon up and then take a while to leave the room, this will happen.
How the heck am I gonna get back to Earth?
Hugh, I don't think you can get home from here. Because this is just the demo.
So Diana will explain to Hugh that he won't be making it home just yet, as this is just a demo, which I think is brilliant. So in High on Life 2, you are a world famous bounty hunter, which means you of course have to hunt bounties. The only problem is that one of those bounties is your rebel sister, who is now a wanted criminal. Bounty. When you finally track Big Sis down, you are soon joined by a whole bunch of other bounty hunters who are keen to see you do your thing. But Lizzie is your sister, so of course you won't shoot her. Well, what happens if you do?
I never thought that it would end this way.
So the credits will roll, as it turns out that shooting your sister isn't acceptable. My favourite part about this secret ending are the photos that pop up showing what happens after choosing the dark side, which are pretty funny. Now, there are a lot of missable conversations that you can have in High on Life 2. Well, I say conversations, your character doesn't speak, so it's not exactly a conversation, but you get what I mean. Anyway, one of these conversations can be found outside of the mall, where a mysterious man offers you a proposition.
I have a wonderful proposition for you. Do you see this box? There is a button on it. Should you press it, you will instantly receive 500 pesos. But somebody somewhere in the universe will die.
Wow, seriously?
I ask you, knowing what I've told you, will you press the button?
So that seems simple enough. Press the button for 500 pesos, the only catch being that someone dies if you do. I mean, I like those odds, so let's press it and see what happens.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy!
Very well. You have made your choice. As promised, here is your 500 pesos. And now, somebody random will die.
Jesus Christ, I hope it was nobody we know. That would be terrible.
So despite a brief scare that Jean was the person that we doomed, everything seems to be okay and we're now 500 pesos richer. Well, if you go back later on and speak to the man again, he raises the stakes. This time someone will once again die, but this time he will give you 1 million pesos. I mean, I pressed the button for 500 pesos, so this seems like a no-brainer.
Why not? Wasn't that bad the first time.
Okay, here's your 1 million pesos. And now somebody will die.
Oh, I don't feel good all of a sudden.
Goddamn, we need a doctor here, Stan!
Okay, so our luck ran out as Travis dies. Now the man does offer the chance to reverse the curse, but some of you may be more than happy with the 1 million pesos, but you can't leave the conversation with a dead gun.
Oh my God, I'm alive! I'm alive! I promise I'll never do anything bad again. I promise. I learned my lesson. I promise.
So if we've learned anything, it's that we probably shouldn't press the button anymore. But when we speak to him again, he offers 10 million pesos, which I'm not sure if you're aware is 10 times more than 1 million pesos. So of course I'm going to press it.
I don't know. This button thing is really dangerous. But I also want to be rich. Press the button!
Okay, here's 10 million pesos. And now, somebody will oh.
So that was a success. None of our guns died. The only problem is, the person responsible for the payout did die. So no 10 million pesos for you. I know these events are scripted, but they are very easy to miss. And to be honest, I just think they're really cool. Now back in episode 4 of this series, we found Thor's hammer in Storage Hunter Simulator. And to prove that we were worthy, we even picked it up. Well, that wasn't the only Marvel trinket found in the world of Storage Hunter, as at this location on the map, you can find this. So this is Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. though this one might be a cheap knockoff as it's called the Stupidity Gauntlet. The other cool collectible can be found around the back of this house. So this is the Necronomicon, or the Book of the Dead, from the Evil Dead series. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter eggs and secrets in games, then make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so that you never miss a video. Be sure to scan the QR code on screen now to get your gamer subs. The free samples are back in stock, but honestly I think that we were the reason they went out of stock in the first place, as I've given away nearly 800 free samples. So even if you don't buy something, grab yourself some freebies on me. Anyway, as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.